welcome, one and all. This actually may be all of us, just the people who are literally playing here. Normally, when we introduce Distracted Disorderly, we're joined by a random smattering of people from Reddit. But this time, we have a different situation. We've got the famed Naturday Saints here with us. This traveling group has been adventuring for years and has decided to settle down in Waterdeep, and we're going to get there in a second. But regardless, if I'm not mistaken, this may be their very first session with miniatures. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
That is very exciting for me. I'm really into painting these minis, and I want to take a second to give a shout out to all the people who make them possible and have been sponsoring this Twitch stream and enabling my addiction. So first, first 3D Dwarven Forge. Jake, he's probably my main supplier. The code is Distracted Disorderly. You get 20% off. You're going to see plenty of figurines from him. Rin's Wild Menagerie. There's this awesome boat shipwrights slash coastal set that she's supplied to us, and that code is also Distracted Disorderly for 10% off. AQS Games, Abraham has always goes above and beyond with these laser cut modular buildings that we've unveiled actually in our hometown set, but we've been using these for almost every stream on this Twitch channel because they're so versatile. Alchemy 3D prints. So Mike has a very special thing in store for us today. Not only is that code Disorderly10 available, but there is a dice tray I wanted to highlight here after we move past all these promos and when we actually get to rolling dice. That I think is super cool. So Disorderly 10, that's the code. Secret Identity Prints, Skylar, that code is Disorder, 15% off. I always share this, but the two that I've actually painted and posted on Reddit, I'm not a social media guru, you can tell by the single viewer that's on this stream right now, but these posts have gotten like north of 200 upvotes because these models are insane. Irritated Kraken Minis. So Michael, I promise I'm almost done painting this one. It arrived a week ago or so. And there's a whole boatload of really fun miniatures that that's come my way. So Distracted Disorderly, 15% off on that shop. Estel, the Print Pyre. Not only these awesome tridents, but there's actually a whole set that we're going to open up on for the bar, the OET bar that the Naturday Saints have established in Waterdeep, and that set is Estel. So the Print Pyre, Distracted Disorderly, 15% off. Rush Food Studios, let's just keep it rolling, you know. We've got more sponsors, we got more to say. Main Street, 10% off. You know, these nobles, I show that picture twice because Mike and Matt both had supplied those, and we use them all the time, right? Like, you know, these folks are all, and this is our very first time using, normally we call her Elizabeth, but Gertrude's going to make a full-blown appearance here. And finally, Peculiar Sawdust. So I show this boat, and sometimes people just buy it just by seeing the picture. It's an amazing piece, not just for how it looks on camera, but also you can actually move on the squares on the boat. It really helps with those combat sequences and things. Has little cannons and cool stuff. So the code is Sawdust, $5 off. That's all our promos. Let's get into playing. So let's start us where I suppose the Naturday Saints have left off. Not really sure, but this is where we're going to be. There is a tavern in the town of Waterdeep, the city of Waterdeep. The city's enormous. There are multiple wards, as I'm sure you all know, religious followers of D&D. But the North Ward is where we're going to be focusing. Now, in the North Ward, there's quite a few shops of ill repute. Not ill repute. That's not real. Just cut that out. Okay. And in this particular section of the North Ward, there lies a particularly seedy underworld of taverns, and of that seedy underworld is the seediest of the seedy, the OET. We're not going to read the acronym out loud, but just know it's the OET. We open up on a scene. We see a bar that's starting to wind down. People have been getting absolutely hammered all night long. It's now almost 1 in the morning, and you see a scene of several individuals getting rowdy. A man of faith who has completely tossed his faith aside, grabbing a keg from the bar, going for it. We see a rat-like humanoid rat figure, rat folk maybe, if I were to remember that correctly. He's popping potions like there's no tomorrow, and a well-dressed man on a stage in front of a very large covered box. Looks like it's 2 stories tall. We're not quite certain what he's doing, but we're going to go back to this side of the bar, and we see several individuals. One, a goblin who is, drinking merrily and has a bag full of gold he's throwing on the table. A barback who's polishing a mug, and several other folks at the end of the bar here. And the wench behind the bar shouts out to the patrons, "All right, get out, you lot."
Get out now. Closing time is past.
You don't tell me when to leave. I leave when I want to leave.
I'll call the watch, and here I will.
Remy just kind of glares at the patrons while, like, cleaning mugs.
Yeah, I'll kind of like try to corral them out with like, sweeping and like checking for rats and stuff. These scheiße rats. Get out, get out.
So the the rat folk walks over to the bar and starts looking for rats.
So Serafino the goblin sits back in his seat, looks at the barkeep and says, "I'm not going anywhere." "What do you mean, last call? I'm not even drunk yet." And he plops his sack of gold coins on the table.
Gertrude takes a look at his sack and gives him a smile and sidles a little closer.
Is it so you plop the coins on the bar, or the?
Yep, absolutely.
I immediately take the sack of coins and serve a flagon of ale.
Could you roll a sleight of hand check?
I would love to.
First roll of the night, folks.
Cool. And my dex is not that good. All right.
Passive perception is 10.
That's a nat 1.
Gertrude
Doesn't bode well.
Gertrude grins from ear to ear and brings her arm across the table, and rather than grabbing the sack of gold, grabs a mug and just swipes it clear off the table and onto her shoes.
Do I see this happen?
Yes. Yes, you do. Everyone sees this happen.
Gertrude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. And he's like,
What are you doing?
I swear I'm not drinking on the job again. I promise. I've only had like 3 jacks today.
Bobbling my galls here. Think you owe me a pint at least.
And one for me, if you don't mind.
And one for my friend.
Well, since we're all getting free drinks, I would like a nice Naturday, please.
Can you roll persuasion checks? All of you roll persuasion checks.
18 plus
Absolutely.
4, 22.
9 plus 6, 15.
13.
Okay. Well, all of you get drinks, I suppose, on the house.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
Azulita just starts muttering under her breath. If I could just go home on time once. If I could just get off 1 o'clock.
Says, hi, if we can drink to the Lord of fine booze and merry times, to Kegabra. And he raises a mug.
Serafino kind of looks. Yeah, with one hand he cheers, and the other hand he grabs his coin purse off the table.
Can you also roll a sleight of hand check?
Absolutely. That's a nat one.
Goodness gracious.
Serafino also goes grinning ear to ear to grab his sack of gold and swipes another mug off the table directly onto his shoes.
Gah!
Use drunk.
I'll kind of hold my mug with both of my clawed fingers, and I'll just use my tongue to kind of slurp it up until it's all gone, and then I'll use my tongue to just like kind of lick everything around it, and I'll get up and start going back to my duties.
Can you roll an acrobatics check?
For my tongue, 8 plus 5, 13.
All right, so all of your tonguing goes appropriately. It's a little sloppy, but it works. It works.
Gertrude gives him a suggestive glance.
So as the gang is making a total mess of the bar, trying to pick up a single bag of gold, over on the other side of the OET, a man dressed in royal green robes shouts out to the crowd, "And for one last showing, our royal aquarium with aboleth included." And he pulls a string, and the this giant tank begins to rotate, and this aboleth egg that used to be inside of the aquarium has hatched, and unbeknownst to the owners of the tavern, an adolescent aboleth is towering just above the water. And the royal says, "Oh dear, I did not realize he's grown so much since yesterday."
What the hell is that?
Let me just kind of like side eyes Gertrude, and it's like, Gertrude, wait, I didn't think that we were supposed to be showing that to anybody. Oh God, this is bad. This is really bad.
Oh God. Oh, we're gonna get sued.
I might have something here that can help in case it goes crazy. And he pulls out like a little canister, like of rat gas.
And across the tavern, a man with a lot of manuals and papers and diagrams of the layout of Waterdeep kind of goes over and inspects the aboleth tank and turns to Remy and Gertrude and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, sir, do you happen to know who owns this fine establishment?"
Well, you see,
yeah, Gertrude, who does own this place? I would know. I just started.
It's a bit complicated. My uncle's
It's an
sister.
LLC. It has a lot of members. It's a very confusing setup.
more of a
Right. You know, they're
conglomerate.
yeah.
I'm gonna need to.
Clean them up.
Limited liability.
It's yeah. It's
While this is happening, can Serafino sort of mosey around and try to pick Gertrude's pocket?
Absolutely, yeah. Go ahead and roll another sleight of hand check.
Um,
You're on Twitch. Hello.
You're famous, buddy.
yeah.
It's a 14.
All right. So Serafino quietly slips his hand down into Gertrude's purse and finds a mirror and 2 pieces of silver and also some ping pong balls.
He kind of just grabs the 2 ping pong balls and. Well, if y'all need a lawyer, I know one of the best in Waterdeep.
Are those a couple ping pong balls in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
The inspector walks over and he says, "This is no laughing matter. If you do not have a rare animal handling permit from the Code of Waterdeep, you are in violation of Section 348 under the Bird Monk law, in which Bird Monk has violated such. You will be shut down as an establishment and fined up to 15,000 gold per person. You may also serve up to 5 to 7 years in prison for handling this animal illegally. We will be in touch shortly." And so the inspector, talks in a total monotone. He starts heading towards the door.
Well, wait, I've got the permit right here.
Wait. Yeah, no. So we've got a permit somewhere, probably, maybe around here. But also, maybe you want to go inspect the creature, because I don't know. That doesn't look like an aboleth to me. I don't think that looks like an aboleth at all. I think that's just a goldfish.
Can you roll a persuasion check with disadvantage?
Sure. First roll is an 18. Second roll is another 18.
Wow. Do you have any modifiers?
It's a +2, so I rolled 2 16s plus 2.
Oh, okay. So the inspector kind of looks around and he says, "If you do happen to have a permit, it needs to be displayed prominently in front of the tank, no more than 100 feet, no less than 250 feet away." And he kind of like walks over to the tank and he looks around and hold on one sec. We're going to do a little dice rolling here, courtesy of Mike at Alchemy 3D Prints. Look at that. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Whoops. And let's just roll it right off the table.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Hey. So he rolls a 10, but he's an inspector, so he has like +5 or something. And he looks around at breaks out his ruler, he stretches it along the tank and kind of makes an assessment. He says, "That is not a goldfish. That is about 20 feet tall and 35 feet long. So I've made the estimation that it is a rare animal. I am suspicious that it probably is an aboleth because I have a book right here that says it is." And so he kind of just keeps walking, And,
Gertrude, should we push him in?
While he was looking at the tank, Gertrude cast prestidigitation on like a napkin at the bar to try and make an image of animal handling permit. So I've got your permit right here, you handsome devil.
And he looks over at the permit and he's reading it over and he says, "And where's the serial code for the area in which this aboleth was obtained? I do not see it on this permit."
Rude stares deep into his eyes and said, "What are you worried about a serial number 4 when you've got true love looking right at you?"
Can you roll a persuasion check with disadvantage?
Let's see. Hold on. The first one's a 10 plus 6. The second one is a 4 plus 6. So a 10 and a 16.
So he looks into your eyes and he says, I've been known to want to have a good time. However, I do have a mission to complete here. It's also very late, so I have to get back to my wife and children. So, in other words, please do not try and hit on me again. And he starts walking, walking out of the bar. And as he's walking away, he says, we will be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to remove the animal and put it down because it cannot be in the middle of society. So goodbye. And he leaves. So you know that by 8 a.m. tomorrow, it's now 1 a.m. and the guests are kind of filtering out because they don't like seeing the law around. Like, we're all gonna get out of here. And this monk's like, oh, if I don't get back to the monastery, they're going to kick me out. Um, you know, and they're all kind of fleeing. They do not like seeing the officials of Waterdeep. One of them says, I gotta call Harvey. Harvey, where are you? And the entertainer, of course, like, I didn't see anything.
See? Remy, on behalf of the Pest Control Guild, I'm going to have to insist on payment early this time, as it seems that you might be low on funds here, and shortly. I'll hold out my hand.
All right. First off, Remy, what? Maybe you could help us out. Maybe your guild can help us out getting rid of this pest here.
Well, we are in the pest control business, so I think that's within our purview. Of these aboleth, though, somebody special is usually called for these things, but he seems to be out of town at the moment.
Can you all roll intelligence saving throws with disadvantage?
Oh God.
I'm sorry, wisdom saving throws. My bad.
I'll take the same rolls. I guess it's going to be a 14 and an 8, so 8.
7.
9.
5.
10.
You all turn, and the aboleth shakes, and you walk over almost as if it is not your choice. You just start walking. You don't know why your feet are moving. And the aboleth lines you all up and says, Hear my plea. I need your help. We're all in some pretty big trouble if we don't work together.
Serafina.
Remy looks down at his drink and then just chucks it behind his shoulder.
Can you do dexterity check?
Gertrude looks down at her drink and finishes it.
That's a 2.
He tries to throw it over his shoulder and just dumps it on himself and drops the mug on the floor behind him.
Remy is now sad.
Serafina also opens his hand and drops his Naturday to the floor. He looks at the aboleth and he says, "Oh, great one, but escape from here how?"
You can sneak me back to the ocean. Old Bilzyx here can get back to the ocean, and I will reward you handsomely. And so Bilzyx takes your, very dull minds and imprints a map upon them. And because aboleths have such a good sense of space, he has actually memorized every single street and location. And Bilzyx says, if you can get me from the eastern part of town all the way to the western coast, I can reunite with my family.
Great one. But if we accomplish this, it is at great risk. Can we get something in return?
Yes, well, not only will you keep your bar, but I can also retrieve many treasures from the ocean floor for you.
Um. Oh, okay. Hold on. It can can we do a little huddle here? Can we? Would you mind if we just kind of do a team huddle?
Absolutely.
Bilzyx.
I can
Uh,
read your minds anyway.
okay. Well, yeah. Yeah. Get in the huddle. Get in the huddle, y'all. Okay. Um. First off, um, I don't. I don't know. It's he said that he had some family, right? And I don't like getting. I don't know. I don't like getting eaten by sea monsters. I don't know about you all.
Well, I think that is a secondary concern. We have to get him back to his mother and father. Yes, we can't have him, without his family. He's just hatched. He's just a baby.
Free Balziak, yes.
What do I look like? Some kind of goldfish taxi service to you?
Well, I mean that, but also I mean I don't know how I feel about trying to be this close to something that can read my innermost desires and thoughts.
And Bilziak says, "Don't worry, I'm giving you all the privacy you need."
Do you
All the
have
I
way,
mean,
darling.
Yeah, I don't think you are Bilzyx, but I mean
He
I
seems like a pretty straight shooter.
it's
just remember that you'll all be serving 5 to 7 years in prison just for having me here, so it is in your best interest to get me out of this building.
Gertrude conjures up an image of the previous night where she was with a very overweight goblin. Read this, Bilziak.
She envisioned him as a man.
um all right. Well
If you don't have any other plan, I'd suggest we go with the one stay, because I would like to get home and get some sleep before going to work. So let's just ferry the aboleth onto the ocean and get on home.
yeah,
Yes, we have
I
You know,
agree
I-
with the winch.
Hey,
as part of the pest control guild, we do have some authority when it comes to creatures such as this. So maybe we could make it seem like we are transporting this thing as on a official pest control business. But this tank doesn't have wheels, does it?
Roll an investigation check for me, please.
can I help?
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, go ahead.
17.
This tank does not have any wheels, but why don't you go ahead and roll a history check for me?
History. 16.
You remember that you got to the OET on in a vehicle that is still stationed outside, and it does have wheels.
Oh,
Like
what stupid me! I'm looking for wheels. I have a cart just outside that has wheels. Silly. How heavy is this thing?
Why don't you roll a nature check?
While he's thinking, I'm gonna summon
4.
Mage Ham and send it behind the bar to just feel things.
A hand to just feel things.
Yeah, looking for objects that might be filled with liquid.
So your hand kind of gropes around and you find a bunch of balls back there. You don't really know why they're there. And then as you keep going past the balls, again, there are just like more ball bearings, ping pong balls, there's some bowling balls. And then as you keep going, you find a whole crate of unopened bottles of ale.
The hand takes one,
Okay.
floats up into a corner.
Whoop. And the hand just keeps it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So back to our nature check. Sorry, who rolled that again?
Or
Is that Remy?
that is Wilden.
Wilden. Vilden sizes up the aboleth Bilzyx and decides it's very heavy, but he could fit.
Well, guys and gals, I think this creature is very heavy, but I think he will fit on the thing. Although the water, we're going to have to keep water on him at all times. Or, if I'm not mistaken, he will not make it.
So what are we just going to like carry some buckets and just kind of super soak them or something?
Haha, it seemed to me like a great idea. And then the mage hand with the bottle flies down and starts shaking the bottle. Why not with a little bit of something better than water?
All right. First off, before you go shaking up carbonated bottles, you know we have to clean all this up, right? Like we do work here.
I'm working as well. But yes, it's whatever Balziak wants, really. He's a pretty slimy guy. We're gonna have to drag him. Can those tentacles walk?
Oh yes, they can. And Bilzyx essentially like lifts the top of the tank off of lifts the top of the tank off and starts climbing out with his tentacles and crawls out. It says, "Hey friends, to the cart."
Well, that's not disconcerting at all. All right, let's just start here.
Remy shrugs and starts gathering some things from behind the bar. Mostly.
Paulsec, do you need water? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Remy. Do you need water, or are you going to be okay? The journey across, the wards to get to the ocean.
In the night, I'll stay cool, but when the sun comes out, I'll start drying up.
Well, we can't have that, can we?
That's sunrise.
So it's now 2 p.m. and at 8 a.m., the inspector and animal control of Waterdeep are going to be arriving at the OET. So you have 6 hours to make it from the OET to the coast.
Well, it's the middle of the night in a big city. Everybody should be sleeping, yes?
I mean, sure, but there are also like guards around, right? I mean, what about the sewer system? Can't we just put them down there? There's some water down there, and we don't have to worry about the sunlight.
So Bilzyx looks around the map in his mind, and he looks for a sewer entrance that might be close enough. And he says, "Well, I've actually grown too big for any of the sewer entrances here. They're all storm drains or very small manholes. I need to get to the ocean." And you can see that Bilzyx is starting to grow. He's like, "Oh no, my adolescence is progressing faster than I thought." And he's just growing and growing. Like, "You got to get me in the cart quickly."
Well, you kind of have the consistency of like an octopus, no? Like they can squeeze into small spaces. We'll all get on top and jump on you until you go down the hole.
Right. You seem like a slimy bugger, right?
Hey, you want to try and jump on top of him?
No, no, I do not.
we can do that if you want. This will be a very short journey.
All right. Well, do we have any kind of blankets, tops, anything in the back of the tavern here, and with that we can throw over him so that maybe people won't be suspicious of us at all while we travel.
Can you roll an investigation check?
Yeah. Yep. Just rolling. 11.
So all you see is like one bar towel.
I take it and I kind of throw it over him. I don't think that this will do.
And there's just like one little towel over his head.
Wait, is, did
Hey,
he say he's too big for the sewer, or too big just to get into the sewer?
he
Like he
is too.
can't fit through the manholes.
He needs to get to the ocean. The sewers are going to be a problem for him. Because
Okay.
he needs to like get to the open ocean, I guess.
Haven't you seen Nemo?
Wait, fellas.
What?
What
Why are we
if?
whispering?
What if? And here's the thing. Just what if we just leave him out on the street? What's gonna happen? He's gonna shrivel up and die, right?
Yes, but we must free
Oh,
Bilzyx.
don't mind us, ballsack. It's fine. We're just talking about things, right? Right? We just
Remy, I think he has a telepathic link with us, so I think he heard everything you just said.
no
You're not
way.
going to get me to say anything bad about the aboleth.
This guy seems like a very nice aboleth, one of the best I've ever met.
Remy, can you roll a what is it? Hold on a second. Sorry.
Harry, what's your character's name?
Azulita?
Can you roll an
Azulita.
athletics check?
Oh, I would love to. I will say Remy is not intelligent whatsoever. He's he's not a
I
sharp
figured you
tool.
role
Like,
playing that a little bit.
yeah. That is. Oh fuck. His athletics is actually really good, but he rolled an 8. So.
Okay. So the aboleth grabs one of his tentacles and slams it up at Remy. Oh shit. And hits him for 10 damage and says,
Oh.
"You're not gonna leave me out on the street. Take me to
Okay.
the water, you fool. I mean,
Uh,
thank you."
You're welcome, Rev. You're so welcome.
oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
Remy, after the amount of times that Gertrude has bitch slapped you, you would think you would have learned your lesson about speaking out loud, all of your thoughts.
And so the clock strikes 2 a.m. and Vilden has his Ratmobile outside. He's sizing up this pest and realizes that he can just barely fit in this thing now.
Yes, let's go take a look. And Serafino picks up the crate of bottles and walks outside following the rat man.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself
Yes.
so I'm not at 2/3 hit points?
Yes.
Because that was a lot of damage.
Pro tip: aboleths are huge.
Yeah. Cool. I'm good. I should be back to full.
Nice.
Luckily. All right. Cool.
Okay, so is the gang going outside? Are there any other things to retrieve in here?
Um.
There's an axe in the corner.
Can I also just cast aid? Since we have like less than 6 hours and the casting or the duration for that is 8 hours,
Mhm.
I figured why not, you know?
That's a sharp move. Go for it.
Yeah. So that's just an added 5 hit points to 3 creatures of my choice, and I will do that for I guess myself. Um and who needs hit points? Who wants some hit points?
I'm probably one of the lower ones.
Okay. Sure. I'll do. What's his name?
Vilden, how
Vilden.
many points is that?
Hilton. Yeah. It's 5 hit points.
Donkey.
So I'm gonna
And
start changing the scene. You guys do what you gotta do.
cool. I guess Gertrude, sure, can get the other hit points.
Well, are we going to try to be sneaky and go down the back alleys, or are we just going to hope nobody sees us? Because I am very sneaky.
Very sneaky, sir.
Serafino's gonna try to push the cart a little bit to see how much noise it makes.
Okay. Can you roll, please, a why don't you roll an investigation check? Actually, sorry, a nature check. Nature check makes more sense.
3.
Wheels squeak. No sure what happened.
This is super stealthy, guys. I think this is gonna work.
Is there any oil that we have? Does anyone have any oil?
The aboleth sort of says, "Let me give you a hand," and just slimes all over the wheels and makes them
Cool.
super duper greasy, and says, "How about that for a little grease in your wheels?"
Remy
He's not very funny. You don't have to
physically
pretend.
sick.
Once the aboleth is in, Balzac is in the wagon, how are we gonna move it? Who's gonna pull it?
I can pull it. I'm pretty strong and buff.
Are there any horses around?
Can you roll a nature check?
Yeah.
Roll for horses.
Roll for horse.
That's an 11.
You smell dung, but you don't see any horses.
If only we had a horse.
Can Remy do his best horse whistle?
Yeah. Why don't you roll a nature check?
Okay. Oh, that is not gonna be good. That is a 5.
So you roll you start to whistle, and this woman walking by hears it and walks up and slaps Remy and says, "That wasn't even a good effort," and then walks away.
Remy, you got spittle all over me.
So
Remy yells back, I was whistling for a horse, not an ass.
and she walks back up and slaps you again. You calling me a whore? And then walks
Oh!
away. So the aboleth looks at this cart and says, I guess I'll try and slip my way in," and lifts the whole roof off and just opens it like a sardine can and just hops in, and its little tentacle comes up. "Okay, fellas, let's get rolling." And the carts are shaking a little bit.
When he gets in, you hear and a bunch of rat traps just go off inside.
What the hell is in here?
Oh, sorry about that. Forgot to mention it. Please don't eat any of the wheels of cheese.
It's just snapping, everything snapped.
Can I would like to cast Uh, silence as a ritual on the cart itself.
Very nice. Very nice. How long does that take to cast?
So it's one action, so like 6 seconds, but it's an added I think it's an added 10 minutes. I don't know if we have that kind of time, so if not, I mean we don't have to, but it might be helpful.
It's up to the party.
This is a great idea.
Yes, I think we could take the time now to save us any kind of, hopefully, any hassles here in the future.
Okay.
So,
I may not be wise or intelligent, but at least charisma tells me this is a good idea.
and the Aboleth, the Aboleth says that. That sounds like a pretty good idea, you guys. And so 10 minutes pass, and the silence cone, kind of it encapsulates the wagon, the cart, and the Aboleth can no longer speak to you from inside the cart.
Ballsack, can you hear my thoughts? I say in my mind.
And you hear nothing.
Okay, guys, we can speak freely. So should we just leave him here and peace out?
No, I think we should totally leave him here for sure.
I don't know. The
maybe
treasure's
not
got me
right
curious. Azulita, what were you saying?
You're not going to get me to say anything bad about the Aboleth.
You're right. Ballsack is awesome. All right, let's get him back to his mommy and dad.
Ugh. All right. I guess Remy is gonna try and move the cart because he's super buff and strong.
Okay. It's gonna take more than one person to move the cart.
Azulita will assist.
Nice.
Azalita also hops on. Can you both roll strength checks?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Can I do athletics?
Sure, athletics is fine.
Cool. Oh, that is a 15.
And a 10.
It's just barely starting to move, but you think you might need a third person to help.
That can help.
Fuck it, I guess so.
So Gertrude hops up, and the three of them. Can you also roll a strength check? Or sorry, an athletics check.
Yeah. An 18.
An 18. Okay, so Gertrude, um, Gertrude, provides the muscle that was missing in this pack, and then the wheels just start turning, and the cart begins to move, and the party is on its way. So, looking at the map, which way do you want to head?
Well, we should probably cross the high road as quickly as possible, yes? Just try to get on the other side, then we can kind of, weave in and out of alleys.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Although, are we located in the alleyway, or are we located on?
We're right where the red rectangle is.
You guys are right here.
Well, right, but are we where in that rectangle are we? Are we in the back? Are we up front, like in the?
Oh, good question. You're
What?
in the back.
Okay, so essentially where your cursor is.
Yes. You see
Okay.
N22 on the map there. That's I mean, it might be too small to see, but where the tip of this arrow is pointing is like where you are.
Let's
okay.
take Solmore down to Shield Street, and then go north, and then go down Delzoran Street. How about that?
Trying to find Shield Street. Where's Shield Street?
So I think this is Shield Street. right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Solmore
okay, I
down
see.
to
Yeah.
Shield Street, and then where?
Up north to Delzorin Street, and on west over to the ocean.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's can you each
Or maybe
roll? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, fine.
No, you guys choose your path. Choose your path. It'll make a difference.
No, I think the let's get to Shield Street, and then we'll kind of reconvene at each of the intersections, see which way looks the best.
Yeah, stop and have conversation with
But
Bilzyx. I love it.
So we're on Visor Street, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I will go out ahead of the group and look like at that. I'll go to like the intersection of Delzorin and the high road and kind of see what the traffic looks like at this time of night. I will be stealth if I can. Just to
I am.
see if there are any guards or anything.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
I rolled a natural. Yeah, I don't think I have luck or anything. Nat 1.
Nat 1. Okay, coast is clear.
Dope.
Guys,
All right, guys, it looks good.
I believe you.
Lovely.
All right.
Let's do it.
Any other thoughts before we proceed?
yeah, Serafino loads the bottles of what are in the bottles onto the front of the cart.
They are bottles of ale. They're dirty looking, but it looks like something that you've probably been drinking.
Ah, it's homebrew.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's going in there. And the mage hand is gonna follow, but yeah, Serafino is gonna follow and proceed with the group.
Remy would like to drink some beer while pulling this heavy ass cart.
Okay. You are Can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
Awesome. Oh, con save. That is a 5.
Hey.
The mix of hauling this freaking enormous aboleth and just trying to down grog at the same time does not sit well with your stomach, and you take drum roll, please. 1 point of vomiting damage.
Lovely. I hope I didn't vomit on myself.
So
Probably did.
so the gang is crossing the high road and pulling the cart very slowly, and out of the shadows some red hooded figures emerge, and a very tall man with a harpoon steps into the foreground, and he looks at you and says, "Crikey, any of you seen a big fish around here?"
No.
You sure about that?
Yes, we are part of the pest
Yes.
control guild. We are just making our rounds. Sir, if you would not mind just stepping aside, please.
Can you roll an intimidation check?
No. 11. And I'll add a psionic die or psychic die, which is 6. So 11 plus 6, 17.
Aye, we got a tough guy here, don't we? And he kind of looks back at his little henchman and, what do you think? Should we let him through? And they're like, yeah, I think we should let him through. Whoa. And he looks back and says, we hear there might be some rare tentacle out here on the streets.
Look, we don't know what kind of weird sexual preferences that you have, and no judgment. I'm not trying to kink shame here, but we'd prefer if you just leave us out of it, because I'm not. I think I speak for all of us that we're just trying to go about our business.
You know what? As a matter of fact, Azulita, I think didn't we see? Someone had a like octopus-looking creature. They were going south down to like Suldan Street, somewhere down at the bottom of the northward. You
Yes,
should check
very
that
big.
way.
Yep.
Very big,
I
very
mean,
slimy, ravenous calamari. Yes.
Can you roll a deception check?
Azulita, do you have are you charismatic?
I got a 16.
Okay. And so this poacher looks at you and says, "What street did you say that was again?"
Suldan Street, just south of here, about I don't know, I can't tell distances here. It's like 2 streets down, or 2 blocks
Hmm.
south.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. And this Cockney / Australian born poacher says, "I'll be back for you later," and his gang just sort of rounds up and he goes, "Right, off we go to hunt us some tentacle." And they're like,
It's
"Oh
phrasing.
no!"
Really got to work on that phrasing there, friend.
Have a good night. All right, let's
Uh,
make
Ser-
haste.
Serafino looks at Logan. What was the name of your character?
Wilden.
Vilden. He looks at Vilden and says, "I thought it was so great," and casts bardic inspiration on Vilden.
Well, that is so kind of you. What did you say your name was again? Serafino?
Ah, yes.
I really love your crusty goblin skin. It is one of the crustiest I've seen yet. Um,
I'm
I
gonna.
don't mean that as an insult, I promise.
Inside check.
Thank you.
Are you a male or female or whatever the hell it is, non-binary?
We goblins don't. We don't put labels on it. Anyways, they think we should get going before they turn back around.
So the gang is now right at Delzarin and the high road. And which street you're going to keep going down Delzarin, or are you going up the high road?
No, let's get straight across. We don't want to be on the main street.
Okay. So you keep going down Delzarin, and you get to Soul Street. Who wants to roll a stealth check?
Not this guy.
Should we do a group stealth check?
4.
4?
Oh.
Okay, well that settles it. All right, hold on 1 second. Scene change.
I just start yawning really loudly. I'm so tired.
All right, so the gang makes it to the intersection of Delzarin and Soul Street. And hold on 1 second.
I hear there's a lot of really good music on Soul Street.
Let me just roll real quick for that. So the gang finds that the joke lands quite well actually with the group.
Nice, good old man.
So at the intersection of Soul Street, they notice several commoners who are out late. They are all kind of walking around, minding their own business. couple of gnomes passing through. And how long does silence last?
Silence only lasts for 10 minutes, so
So
she go.
the cart begins to shake. And
Oh, we had a very good night catching rats.
Yeah. Lots of rats.
Very lively bunch.
A bunch of rats. It's crazy how many rats are in there.
Wild man rats.
and can let's see who was pulling the cart. Can Azalita, Remy, and Gertrude all roll animal handling checks?
My rolls are terrible tonight. 11
Same. 14.
plus 5.
So
14.
oh wow, two 14s and an 11.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cart is shaking, and the bottles fall off. They don't shatter, and a single tentacle kind of falls out of one of the cracks in the cart. But you stop the cart for a moment, and people aren't noticing the commotion.
Remy is terrified, and he stops everything, and runs over to the beer to make sure it's okay.
Sorry, runs over to what?
To the beer to make sure it's okay.
Okay. And can you just roll an investigation check for me?
Sure. That's a 13.
Okay. Remy inspects the bottles. He doesn't see any severe cracks. He sees a hairline fracture in one of the bottles. He's just heartbroken for any injury to the glass, but thank goodness he nothing is broken.
That was a close one. Gosh, we really need to secure these a bit better.
Well, Remy, why don't we offer these fine people a drink as we make all this noise down the street?
He looks down at the bottles and then looks around at the people and is like, well, I suppose that is the duty of one who serves our Lord of Booze and at Good Times, Kegger Bra. And he goes, hail, fine people. Might I interest you all in some nightcaps? And he starts like making a commotion, trying to get people to get the drink away from the cart.
Can you roll a performance check?
Yes, I can. That is a 7.
So, Remy is sort of like, hey, everybody. And these two gnomes are like, hey, what is that thing coming out of the top of that cart? And can Gertrude and Azalita roll another animal handling check?
Yep. 23. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
First one of the
God.
night.
Wow. So Gertrude and Azalita are kind of like, wow, that guy was slowing us down, and they just clamp down on the lid of this cart. They use their forearms that have been built Ford tough over time, and just clamp it down, and that rickety ride stays shut. And the rest of the crew surrounds the bottles and like, oh wow, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll have a couple. And yeah, the crowd is enjoying these bottles, and
Wait. Serafino's gonna run over before they all get distributed.
Mhm.
He's gonna run up to Remy, grab 2 of the bottles, and bring one of them, the one that he had in the mage hand, and he's gonna start juggling. And he's like, "Hey, everybody, let's watch this show." And he's gonna start juggling bottles of ale.
Can you roll a performance check?
14.
the juggling act goes quite well. Everyone is well entertained, distracted. They're having drinks. It's now, they hear the clock strike. Ding, ding. It's now 4 o'clock.
As we to try to start pulling the cart again.
And you are here. Okay. So so we need Azulita and Gertrude. Are you both are pulling the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you both roll athletics checks?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Is there any chance I can cast guidance on one of them?
Yes, of course. Yeah, of
I
course,
got
of
a
course.
6.
And I'll bardic inspiration the other.
Yeah, it's a D4 to an ability check of your choice. So whoever wants a D4.
I got a 14.
Am I also helping? I guess, right? Because I'm also pulling the cart, right?
Well, we're gonna see if these two can actually pull it without you for this part, and then if
Okay.
not, then you'll jump on. Yeah.
Cool.
I got a straight 14. Was there any assistance on that?
The winch, the ugly winch is look at her, everybody. She's she's great also.
I guess even with a straightforward, like, I mean, does bardic inspiration and guidance stack? I think you can do that, right?
I'll allow it.
Uh,
This
So
is Bird Monk's court.
right.
What do I roll?
So it'd be a D4 added on to, I guess, the 10 that you got, and then whatever bardic inspiration is.
D6.
Cool.
A D4 and a D6.
Yeah.
All right. It brings me up to, because I got a 6 originally, brings me up to a 13.
Ugh. All right.
So Remy notices that the cart is barely moving. Because the two are letting off the top, it's starting to rattle again. So, the group has to make a decision pretty quick about what's going to happen next.
I try and bolt down the top of the lid, I guess, so to speak.
Gert. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So you mean bolt it down with what?
I mean myself, I guess I'm gonna jump on it and try and like hold it shut as like fast as possible.
Okay. So just roll an athletics check for me. So just remember to Serafino and Vilden that there needs to be another person pulling the cart in order for it to keep moving.
I'm not much for pulling things. Serafino, you might want to take this one.
No, I'm a performer by trade. Hey, everybody, listen! Can you give us a hand? We give you some beer. Give us a push.
As a cantrip, I'm going to cast Command on Severino and just say pull.
And what was the athletics check for Remy up there?
It's a 15.
Okay, so Remy is like wrapping himself around the roof of the cart, and Serafino feels himself, kind of his feet again moving without his knowledge, and he starts pulling rather than pushing because he was commanded to pull, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna pull while the others push, and and they're gonna continue through the street, and the rest of the folks say, "Oh, thanks for the beer. Oh, that's pretty cool."
Hey,
Oh,
does anyone have a bit of rope that we can tie this down with?
I don't. There's Let me 1 second. Then I go. Can I? I'm guessing there's some sort of window hatch or something I can undo and kind of like peek in there and be like, "Hey, Bob, Zach, we're gonna. If you want to get to your family, you're going to have to quiet down and have a piece of cheese if you want. Just don't eat all of it, okay? And can I make an animal handling check?
Sure, sure.
Nat 20.
All right, so you kind of unlatch the window and you see a tentacle pop out and you just like shove it back in and you deliver your message and the aboleth kind of goes, "All right, fine, but it's Bilzyx, not Bilzyx." And then you like put the window up and shut it, and you guys are rolling again. So you are now at Delzarin and Soul Street, and you're crossing. You cross Mendiver Street. Is this the road you meant to take up this way?
Yeah, I can't even see where.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We might want to. Do we want to take a left turn on?
As a matter of fact,
Diamond?
can I make a survival check to see which way would be best,
Yes.
or some sort of perception or something?
A survival check is great.
All right, so it's gonna be an 8 plus 2, 10 plus what's Bardic Inspiration? Is that D4 that I got earlier? Next,
D6, I think.
D6.
D6. D6.
Shit, 11 total.
Okay. You can tell that by the size of the street, the more dangerous it is, but the faster it is, and it is now 4:30.
Shit.
We have until 8 o'clock. Yes.
Well, I think the sunrise is a little bit faster than that.
Was it 8 or 6?
Roll a nature check. Are you asking when does the sun rise?
Or
When did
no?
he say he's coming back?
Yeah, when we're supposed to get this guy out of here.
Well,
8 o'clock.
yeah, the inspectors are coming to the OET at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Well, also, if they show up and it's gone, like what are they gonna do? Assume like, oh, like it's gone. Like the issue
Well,
is
Remy, some of us aren't concerned with your legal troubles. I've heard something about the treasure, so I would like to see this through and get to that treasure as quickly as possible.
look. If you want to be just sinking to the bottom of the ocean with your treasure, that's all on you. But I'd just like to get back to the bar as soon as possible.
Well, we would get there a lot faster if you would shut your mouth. Let's go.
And so, which way are you all going? You're at the intersection. Let me put my cursor where you are. I think you made it. You were here, and which way did you want to go?
Shouldn't we keep going down Delzarin and then maybe
Take a left on the
take a
diamond.
left on Diamond?
Yeah, let's do that.
Then we can follow Diamond all the way down.
This sounds like a great idea.
All right, hold
Yep,
on
yep, yep.
second. So, Delzarin, and then you're going down Diamond. Okay, got it. So the gang moves past Mendiver Street with no problem. They get to Diamond Street and make a left, and they arrive at the Street of the Singing Dolphin. Can you all roll a stealth check for me, please? It is also now 5:30 a.m.
A stealth check?
Yes.
I got a 20, 18 plus 2.
Ooh.
20.
I got a nat 20 as well, but it's at, well, hold on. Technically,
I got
it's at
a
advantage, so hold on one sec.
I got a nat 20 plus 2.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Serafina rolled a 13.
Come on.
I had a nat 20, but I have disadvantage because I'm in chainmail, so I rolled a 7.
Oh.
Okay, and you're on top of the cart, right?
Yes, I'm on top of the cart.
Okay. So, the gang, it pulls down the streets of the Singing Dolphin, and all of the party members who are in front of the cart are moving like shadows. No one can tell that they're there. Even the glimmer of sunrise they start to see over the mountains behind them is not casting any light on any of their footsteps. Meanwhile, Remy at the top of the cart is, flailing and holding on for dear life, and just falls over off the cart, and the cart again begins to shake.
Scheiße.
Ow.
I'll start cursing in German. I wish I knew how in real life.
Scheiße.
Or live. I just knew Scheiße, that's it.
Oh. Well, you can just say anything in German and, pretend it's a curse. I don't know. So falling off the cart, and the top of the cart wrestling, they hear a familiar voice. So you had us on a little wild goose chase, did you? And the poacher and his henchmen come up and they go, ho, 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 and they see the cart shaking.
What's with you fellows? I mean, is it goose that you're into, or are you into like tentacles? Like, I don't, not that I really want to know, but just like pick one.
Oh,
Don't go flip flopping around on us.
flip flopping, now that's what I'm talking about. And
Gross.
the poacher kind of licks his lips, and we're on the lookout for some rare fish.
As he's talking, can I kind of just slyly kind of try to sneak back to the back of the cart?
Yeah. Can you roll a stealth check?
18.
All right. So, Vilden quietly slinks to the back of the cart.
Serafino is going to, hey, yeah, it's pretty funny, isn't it? And then he casts hideous laughter on this harpoon wielding man.
Okay, so should we roll initiative then?
Do it.
Well, okay, a creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter if the spell affects it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
I see. Okay, so it's not technically an attack. Well, it's an enchantment. Okay, got it.
I'm making Serafino starts, he pulls out a feather and starts mocking this joke. This harpoon man just started.
And he rolls a 14 plus 5, so that's 19 for a wisdom saving throw.
So that is a save.
So he does not fall prone, but he's, you're really funny, aren't you, little man? Thanks for the tickle. Now where's the tentacle?
So, like, the harpoon is like an allegory, right? Like, this is.
That's not quite the right use of the term allegory, but I'll take it. And he sticks it up and he says, "Do you mean I'm compensating for something? Pop it." And his men start encircling the wagon that's shaking.
Are we in initiative yet?
I don't know what you're planning on doing.
I will create a telepathic bond with Azulita, and I will quickly say, what class are you? Warlock.
Yeah.
I would say, don't think this is going to end well. We should strike.
Um,
I agree. Eldritch Blast on 3.
All right, 1, 2, and I'll
I-
fire off a crossbow bolt.
Okay,
Towards.
at who?
Definitely. If I can see the main baddie, I'll do that. If not, I'll just do the closest henchman.
Okay. Um, you are over. Sorry, you're over here, so you won't be able to see. You won't be able to see the hunter, but you can see, or the poacher, but you can see these two folks over there. Those
Sure,
two.
I'll get the second one, the one that's like third in line of the henchmen.
Okay. And also, just so you guys know, for combat, when I have this many minis on the board, what I like to do, especially with these enemies, is just group them. So this will be Group A, and this will be Group B. So
All
they'll
right.
attack as like one unit. Oh, sorry. These two are B. They'll attack as one unit, essentially. And they'll take damage as one unit.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you're attacking Group B over here.
Yeah, and I'm hidden, I guess. Is my sneaking back to the back of the thing, would that give me advantage? If I'm hidden, I get advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll fire off a crossbow bolt, and that will be a 12 to hit.
All right. So you let a bolt fly, and unfortunately, oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. 1 second. Okay, and 12 does hit, yes.
Oh, sweet. That's going to do 6 piercing and 5 sneak attack damage, so 11 total damage.
Okay,
As I kind of peek around the corner and
and this bolt goes flying through the crisp early morning air and strikes this bandit through the skull, and he is down for the count. So let's all roll initiative. Oh, or did we have an Eldritch Blast going as well?
We did.
Okay, who is that at?
At the poacher, am I able to see him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right in front of him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a 13 to hit.
That does not hit. So the Eldritch Blast kind of goes past the poacher, and he goes, "Oh, now we got a little feisty fun, and don't we?" And now let's all roll for initiative. Let's see.
16.
Oh yeah.
18 for Serafino.
26
Sorry,
for Wilden.
I'm gonna need you guys to say it again. What's Serafino? What's Wilden?
18.
18.
20, 26 for Wilden.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Azalita,
16.
Remy, and Gertrude.
5 for Remy.
20 for Gertrude.
Whew. Alrighty. So, so the game begins. Vilden, you're up.
I will. So that last turn, I'll use my as a bonus action. I get what's it called? Cunning action to basically. I took the hide action as a bonus action after I shot that guy and killed him, and then I kind of creep back and started like scuttling along the back edge of it to get a good shot. Look at the hunter guy, and I'm going to knock a crossbow bolt, turn the corner, and let it loose.
Nice. Roll for it.
That's going to be an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, and I will use my bonus action to hide. Do you want me to? I think I need to make a stealth check. think. I
Yeah.
forget. 10.
So you are not hidden.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, Gertrude, you're up.
All right.
I should mention that each of these squares is 5 feet. You're all like right in each other's face.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use a couple sorcery points to meta magic twin spell. So I can target 2 creatures.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna be casting. I'll do uh, I'll do catapult at second level.
Oof.
Use the bottle.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 bottles and catapult them at second level to the two gentlemen closest to me.
Okay. So is it a spell attack?
Yeah, so they both need to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 14.
Okay. So the hunter succeeds and the bandit fails.
Okay. That'll be. Let's see if that feels it.
I think it's 3d8.
Got it. Hold on. Rolling.
Wing the beer.
So it's 13 damage.
Okay. So the bottle flies. Oh, and it's half damage to the one who saved. Is that right?
No. It says on a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 4d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay. So if you
Damn.
save, you don't get hit at all. Is that right?
I think that's correct.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if it was one of those spells where it's like half damage or full. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So the hunter kind of sidesteps and goes, "Oh, another frisky one." And this bandit's like, "Oh, another!" And then like the bottle just smashes him in the stomach and leaves a dent. And he spins over and falls down with this just. It's funny because the bottle doesn't even break; it's just embedded in his stomach. That's a good enough description for you. Okay. Any bonus actions?
N- no. That's it. That's it for Gertrude.
All right. Serafino, what you got?
So he's the as a bonus action, Serafino's gonna bring a bottle that's in the mage hand and bring it to Gertrude as tribute. And then he's gonna take like 10 feet step back by the cart, look for his crossbow, and shoot it if he finds it.
And what does he have to roll to find it?
An intelligence saving throw, let's put it that way.
Okay.
And it's a 3.
Serafino is kind of feeling his pants. He's got his hand deep in there, kind of scrounging around, but doesn't notice the crossbow that's just on his back. So he ends his turn with his hand down his pants. Unless there's a bonus action.
No, used it.
All right. Azulita, what you got?
Azalita's gonna cast Chill Touch on the poacher.
Is there a saving throw or no?
No, I rolled a hit.
Ah, gotcha.
That's a 12.
That does not hit.
All right. That's it.
The poacher looks at you all and says, who's got my tentacle? I need some calamari. And he walks over to Azulita first and pulls out his short sword. And 21, 16, and 16. What is your AC, Azulita?
12.
Okay, so they all hit. So he does. Hold on. That's 8, 18, and okay. So he pulls out his short sword and just goes, "I want me some sushi," and does 23 points of piercing damage.
Dang it.
Alright.
Next up.
Oh, wait, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
There you go.
Alright. Let's see. I must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit. Okay. It's a 2 plus. Yeah, it doesn't work. Sorry, you said the poacher does, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So he gets a 4.
Oh, perfect. Takes 2d10 fire damage.
Go.
Sorry, can someone roll that for me?
Yeah, I got you. 3, 5, 8.
Okay, so the hunter or the poacher, he starts eating up. He's like, "Oh, it smells like my baby back ribs," and his accent just starts like morphing into something that he doesn't quite understand because the heat is, temperature rises and his brain's starting to fry. Um, so that's what you get when you watch too much House. You might have hemochromatosis. So this bandit sees the Vildun hiding in the alleyway and pulls out his crossbow. And let's see, do our little dice cam here. Dirt, dirt. That is 9 plus 3, 12.
Nope.
Okay. And he just goes, "This one's for Morty," and he fires off a bolt, and it just goes into the keg on Vildun's back. The other bandit turns and also looks at Vildun, and he says, "No, this one's for Morty." Oh, and I rolled it off the map. Let's do that again. Nope, let's do that again. Oh shit. Okay, a nat 20. All right.
That hit.
So let's do this. 1d8 plus 1. Oh my god, it's not a d8. Oh, this is why I DM live so everyone can watch. 5, 11 plus 2. So 13 piercing damage. This bolt in Morty's name, and it says, in memoriam Morty on it, flies, and then the second one is a follow up like P.S. I love you, Morty, and hits again for 13 piercing damage. And now we're on to Remy's round.
Remy is absolutely furious at the waste of perfectly good ale. And he is going to charge at the poacher, the main poacher, in blind fury. So, as a tavern brawler, I'm proficient with improvised weapons. May I use my beer bottle to smash into the face of this poacher.
I would have it no other way.
Lovely. Cool. That is going to be 17 plus 6, so
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. I'm trying to think of what the damage would be for a beer bottle, an improvised weapon. It says my unarmed strikes use a D4 for damage, but I'm not sure about other weapons. I don't know if you just want me to use D4.
I would roll a D12 because they're fun to roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not many D12 rolls.
Yeah, exactly. I just like that. Oh, and if you want to, you can roll one of those, 10-sided die to see what percentage. No, I'm kidding. Just to roll a D12.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll take it. Hell yeah. That's a fucking one. So,
Shit, come on, man.
I am just doing awesome with these rolls. But
Sorry. Yeah.
it's okay. But as a tavern brawler, I do when I hit a creature with an unarmed strike or improvised weapon, I can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the target. And with my other feat, Grappler, I get advantage on attacks for grappling.
Ooh, I like it. So this is a strength check, right?
Yeah, I guess my athletics or
So this character sheet like doesn't have an athletics check. Is it just
or it could just be
uh
base strength. I as far as I thought it was athletics, but it's you're ruling DM.
I'm just gonna roll a strength check to keep this rolling for this guy. It's not really a modifier than a +1, so not gonna give
Cool.
you too much help. I rolled a 4, so what you got?
21.
Okay, so uh, you know, uh, uh, Remy is just furious at the hell that this poacher has been, unleashing, and just takes his big bare arms and wraps around him.
Awesome.
And now, what do you do while you're grappled? Remind me again. At the start of his turn, does he do something like a saving
Um,
throw?
It makes either acrobatics or a strength saving throw to get out.
yeah, the acrobatics are like I said, athletics, but I guess it would be just a base strength if he doesn't have one.
I think it says an action too.
Yeah, and then also his movement is now 0,
Right,
so he
right.
can't move at all.
Okay, all right. Very good, very good. So, with the poacher grappled, we're back up to the top with Vilden.
Cool. After these two, take their shot at me, I'm actually gonna roll to see if I attack them or the other guy. All right, so I kind of walk around the corner with, really determined, and I'll kind of turn the corner and kind of see past Azulita right there and see that what's his face, the poacher's grappled, and I'll kind of get into like a athletic stance and I'll say, so you want tentacles, pervert? You've got them. And I will like close my eyes, look down at the ground, and focus really hard. And you see is like a pink tentacle kind of just forms out in the middle of the air next to one of my hands, and it quickly snaps into like a blade shape. And then I open my eyes and I fire it at him, and that's going to be at advantage, I'm guessing, because he's grappled.
Uh, as far as I know, grappling doesn't give advantage. That's only restrained. So there would be no advantage on an
Hold
attack.
on, so restrain doesn't have advantage?
Restrained does have advantage. Grappled does not.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I wonder if the difference is that you're also like physically in contact with me, so it's kind of like you could hit one of us versus restrained is like you're tied down.
Right. The other thing with the feet grappler, I have the option to then restrain once I grapple someone, I can use an action to restrain them if I want. So
Got it. Got it.
Cool. Well, I'm still gonna do it anyway. Let's see. It is a Attack action, you manifest. Okay, so it's dexterity modifier. And that's going to be a natural 1.
Now, sometimes I would have that blade hit the person who was grappling me, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time. The blade kind of just flings out, and Vilden is like, "Und ja!" and
Totally fair.
yeah, and
If
it
you
just
did,
like it cuts some of Remy's hair off the top of his head. He's now got, kind of a friar look.
I'm just like a little, kind of like looking a little embarrassed, kind of like look down at my feet. Like, oh, I thought that was going to be very cool. And then actually I'll dive under the wagon and attempt to hide, even though I'm sure it'll probably be at a disadvantage.
Yes, but give
It
it a
is
try.
dark. Yeah, it's dark and natural 20 and then a 9. All
So,
good. I think that's my turn.
all right. Serafino, what you gonna do?
Serafino's gonna look at this chaos and back up, put his back on the wagon,
Mm-hmm.
and feel the crossbow like clunk, like oh, shit, and then try to take a shot at the grappled poacher.
All right.
Let's see. Eight to hit, so
Oh, 8 does not hit.
pew.
Any bonus actions?
Nah.
All right. Azulita. Show him how it's done.
Toledo's going to cast Scorching Ray, just directed towards the poacher. And that's 3 rays. First one is a 7. Next one is a 21. And the last one is a 1.
Okay. So the 21, let's see what it does.
Trying. All right. That's a 5.
All right. So this is was this fire damage or burning? What was
Yep.
the
Fire.
Okay.
Right.
So this bolt of fire comes piercing past the poacher, and then one that hits him right in his metal shoulder. He's like, "Oh, I wasn't the type of cooked meat I was looking for." He's now starting to devolve into like a pirate accent again. There's neurological damage happening here. Gertrude, who realizes that her turn had been missed, though not given up for an enemy, now takes the reins.
Gertrude.
Gertrude.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's your role, sir, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Miss.
Well, ma'am.
Mademoiselle.
How's this harpoon wielding guy looking?
Why don't you roll an insight check?
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
He looks sad, kind of, not satisfied with his life. He also looks like he has plenty of fight still left in him, though the burns on his arms tell you that he's maybe getting some sensation out of the pain that's a sense of fulfillment. You're not really sure.
How's his relationship with his father?
It's
Might
almost
explain
non-existent, but he, you almost feel like his desire to hunt aquatic creatures and the fact that his father was a sailor may have some connection.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, Gertrude will turn to him and okay. I haven't played a sorcerer before. With Quicken Spell, when you spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action, does that mean that you can cast 2 spells in 1 round?
Let's play it that way.
Okay.
I think it's more fun, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll spend my last 2 remaining sorcery points to Quicken Spell and double down on 2 level catapults and just smash 2 bottles right into his face.
Nice.
Those will be 2 dexterity saving throws, DC 14.
Gotcha. All right. Dice Cam brought to you by Alchemy 3D Print.
Thank you, Mike.
Yay.
That's a fail and a fail.
Oof. Okay, the first bottle's coming in. That's a 15. And the second bottle coming in at a 14.
Okay, let me do some quick maths here.
29.
No, I got your part. I'm just trying to figure out how much of him is left. Quick maths. Okay, so he's singing to himself, what would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do? And then these like 2 bottles just smash right over his head, and you see just shards sticking out of his forehead and neck, and there's a lot of blood. And he's now he's still in his pirate mode and his Australian mode. Crikey, I gotta swab the poop deck. And
I was going to say Remy yells out, "Would you stop wasting the blasted ale?"
so since he's grappled, his action has to be used for um to escape this, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he rolls 17. Is that enough?
I would contest that with
Oh,
a athletics check of my own, and that is a 16 plus 6, so 22.
okay. So he's kind of rolling around and swaying from side to side. Oh! And can he cast spells while he's grappled?
If he has I mean, yeah, he still has somatic, verbal, and material combat. I mean, if
it
he can,
depends
if he
on
can move his hands, he can. And
yeah,
it's a
it would
somatic.
depend on what the somatic, like, in terms of movement, the somatic components in terms of the movements would be up to you, DM.
Hmm.
The other thing too, is it a bonus action spell? Because he just used his action on trying to get out.
Yeah. I think that we're gonna stick with he can't cast now that he's been grappled. I think that's fair. So he's just gonna writhe around there and not do too much. Now his bandit friends, on the other hand, are going to look around and they see Remy grappling and walk over, and one of them makes an attack with their scimitar. Okay, and that's a 18.
My AC is an 18.
Okay, so okay, 1d6 plus 1. So it's he slashes for 6 damage across Remy's back. Does that disengage the grapple or no?
Um, not that I know of. I don't believe so. Um, so what?
I don't think it's
I
rules as written. I don't think it really says, but you can, you know, make it
yeah.
whatever. I think it would be fair to like give him disadvantage or something on the next roll, or I don't
I
know, whatever
I
you
think
want to do.
I
Well, the
like
other
that idea. Oh, yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, so if you move a grappled creature, like shove the creature or whatever, then yes, like it would change, like it would the grapple would no longer be a thing, and shove is an option like in your attack. Like you can choose to shove a creature if using your attack action.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. Um. Oh well. At this point, we'll just play it through. So the grapple still holds, but the next time you'll roll with disadvantage because you've got a cut on your back. Um, this other bandit turns to Gertrude and also takes out their scimitar and
Oh
rolls
God.
an 11.
That will not hit. My AC's 15 for some god.
All right. Well, the bandit goes en garde and slashes and misses entirely, which leads us back to Remy.
Um, I would like to move 5 feet away from, I guess that's Gertrude
This is Azalita.
or Azulita. Yeah, I would like to move 5 feet away from Azulita so that I am not. I am 10 feet away from her. Yeah.
So removing grapple.
No, I can choose to bring my grappled creature with me, but my speed is halved.
So as you leave this zone of attack, this bandit makes an attack of opportunity.
Cool.
And that's a 15.
Nope, not gonna do it.
All right. So the bandit kind of jabs, is like, let him go. And you move this way about 10 feet.
Yeah, I was hoping to just be within 5 feet of both my grappled creature and that fucker who just attacked me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like here.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Cool. I would like to cast Word of Radiance. So I believe that's going to be a saving throw for any creature that is within 5 feet of me.
So, sorry, both of them make a saving throw on what stat?
It is going to be a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 radiant damage.
I see. Okay. Constitution. Okay. So the the hunter rolls a 15 and the bandit rolls a nat 1.
Nice. Hell yeah. My saving throw was a 13, I think.
Nice.
Cool. That will be 4 radiant damage. And
So just the bandits taking 4. Is that?
uh yes, I believe so, because my save DC is a 13, so if he rolled a 15, then yeah,
Oh,
he'd be
you
good to
said
go.
13. Okay, got it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. My save DC is a 13.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Good to know. All right. Yeah, so this bandit's kind of like, the light, it burns.
And then I would like to do a bonus action of healing word, and I would like to use healing word on I forgot who took that 14 piercing damage earlier.
That
I
was
took
the Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
I took damage. I think Azalita took damage.
Okay. I'll do healing word on Azalita. And that's going to be 1d4 plus 6. Uh, uh, so that's a 4 plus 6, 10 healing damage for Azalita.
Many thanks.
No prob, hun. I got you. Remy's got you.
Ready, Ram.
And we're back up to the top. Wilton.
So I jumped under the wagon. I failed my stealth check, but whatever. I'm still under the wagon. I kind of like just sit there and give myself a quick pep talk, hit myself in the head a couple times, and then knock my arrow into my crossbow, and then I'll do like a roll out to this side where the poacher and the bandit are, and I'll kind of like roll out, and then kind of do like a little sniper shot on the poacher.
All right.
Going to be a 20 to hit.
That does.
All right, so that does 4 piercing damage. I do not get sneak attack. But I will use a bonus action to use my cunning action aim, which will I will knock my arrow and get it ready and just like carefully aim my next shot, which will give me advantage on the next attack.
Nice. Okay. So Gertrude.
All right. All right, I gotta take care of this guy right in front of me. Gertrude looks at the guy right in front and hello, sweetheart. How you doing, honey? And at first level is gonna cast sleep.
Okay.
Hold on. No, this is not something that D&D Beyond does well. Okay, hold on. Can someone roll 5d8 for me?
D8. D8. Can't find my D8. I'll roll it and roll 20. 5,
I got you.
8, 23. Oh, whatever.
I'm using 23.
Yeah.
3.
He's asleep.
All right.
Nice.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
Why don't you look tired, honey? Why don't you just go to sleep?
I guess I could take a nap. And he just kind of like dozes off.
Good night, sweet prince.
And is that the is there any bonus actions?
No. Just leave it there.
Okay. Azulita, you are up.
Azalena's. I'm tired of this. We go home. 12. 12 to hit.
Who are you attacking? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry, the poacher.
That does not hit.
Yeah. Darn it! Just kind of stomp my feet in frustration.
All right. Serafino, you are up.
Serafino's gonna sort of look left and right quickly. We need to get Bilzyx out of here, and he's gonna cast sleep on the other bandit. So I'm gonna roll 5d8. Un momento. $27 hit points total.
He is asleep.
Nice.
Your eyes are getting heavy.
My eyes are getting heavy. And he's, again, like asleep.
Everybody passing out. I love it.
Any bonus actions?
Sure. For Remy. Oh, Remy, you're such a great guy. Bardic Inspiration.
Thanks, bruv. Really love that. I'm totally not bleeding out here or anything.
And now it is the poacher's turn. So we were saying that they can cast if their hands are free, and it works that specific.
Yeah, I mean, certain spells have the somatic components, so if they need to use their hands, that's your call, DM. But
Yeah, yeah. So, um, let's go ahead and just try and I want to see if we can get out of this bind. All right, rolling another one. Okay, here we go. That is a 19.
oh, all right. You said I have disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay, well, from that very first roll, you are going to succeed in getting out of that for sure. Because I
Okay.
rolled a 5 plus 6, so 11.
So the hunter, disengages from this bind. He goes, "Oh, this is not going exactly as I expected." And he looks around. He sees his folks are asleep at the wheel, and is not terribly thrilled with them and their performance. That's not what he pays them for. Um, and he decides to use his time to just back up about 20 feet. And now it is back up to Vilden.
I will sitting there. I'm taking aim, making sure my aim is real steady, and I would fire off another at advantage, and that's going to be 9 to hit.
Yes, sir.
Cool. I will put my head down and I will roll back under the wagon as stealthily as I can. A natural 20 for the stealth.
And Vilden, rolls so stealthily under the wagon, you don't even know he's there. Okay, Gertrude.
All right. Mm-mm. How's Harpoon Man looking?
Why don't you roll an insight check?
I want to know more about his family values.
I think he needs a hug.
Oh, that's a 3.
He looks like he works out. He's don't know much about his family though. Maybe it's
Ugh,
genetic. Who knows?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
you're looking real good, I gotta say. All right. Gertrude will take aim at him and cast Magic Missile.
Very
And
nice.
that 3 damage.
Okay, so these magical bolts go flying out and and hit the poacher, who's kind of doubling over. Okay, I just want my tentacles.
Hold on, Eric. I don't think that's possible to do only 3 damage. I think that's maybe 1 magic missile.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
4.
Unless you rolled
Yeah.
1 for each one.
I was trusting.
Now it's 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah. 3,
Uh,
3, and 2. Wonderful. So
So 8.
8 damage.
Okay, so the poacher is, again doubles over, but he says it louder. Crikey!
That's what I was looking for.
Sorry, honey.
Next up is Serafino.
Crikey, you say? And he's just Serafino's just gonna level his crossbow and firebolt. $13 to hit.
It does not hit.
Mm.
Pew!
And then Azalita, your turn.
Azleet is going to send another frustrated Eldritch Blast Poacher's direction. And that's a 20 to hit.
Well, you did it. You hit.
Nice.
And that's 10 damage.
Can you describe for me how you kill the poacher?
Nice.
Is he like running away? Or
No,
is he facing the group still?
he's standing his ground. He's still looking for some tentacle action.
Alright. Azalita just stands straight up, points at him, and is like, I need sleep, and just blasts him right in the face.
And the last thing, this tiny little tentacle pops out of the window of the cart, and he goes, she blows, and this eldritch blast just wipes his face off, and he's done. How long does sleep last?
1 minute.
So these two guys wake up.
Gosh.
They are awake. They look around. There's a lot of bodies around, and they look at each other. They're like, "You want to do this?" And he's like, "Might as well." And they continue on. So,
All right.
so the first bandit walks over to Remy and pulls out his scimitar and definitely misses. And the other bandit goes up to Gertrude and rolls a 22. So
Yeah, that'll do it.
let's see. And pulls out a scimitar and slashes for 5 piercing damage, or five slashing damage.
5 slashing.
And we'll be back to Remy.
Remy's gonna kind of sidestep that scimitar and be like, all right, let's go, and just fucking flings a right hook. So that would be 18 plus 6 to hit,
Yep.
and that is 4 plus 4 plus 5, I guess. 4 plus 4, so 8 damage.
You want to describe how you kill this bandit with your bare hands?
I would not like to kill him. I would like to do a non-lethal strike.
Okay.
I just want to knock him out. But if I break his jaw and every single tooth in the process, that's totally fine.
Yeah, so you do that, and he starts choking, and
Oh
this is
God.
again hemochromatosis kind of symptom. This is the beginning of a very bad episode of House where they actually do not recover this individual, and despite your interest in a non-lethal strike, he is dead.
All right.
Okay, back up to Vilden, who is rolling around on the floor stealthily.
Yes, as I roll under this wagon, I look up. I'm looking up at the wagon. I say, Wilden, you are better than this. Fight! And then I roll up. I kind of like put my head up so I can look under the wagon and see who all's up. And I see that there's just the one guy, so I will roll out the other direction. And I will pop to my feet, like do like a burpee pop up type deal. And then I will get into my athletic stance again. I will conjure up this pink purplish tentacle that turns into a blade, and I'll shoot it at this bandit with advantage because I was hidden. Frick. 11.
It does not hit.
Frick. Gosh, heard it. I will stomp angry toddler and just walk to the back. I'm not even gonna try to hide. I'm just gonna walk to the back of this thing and start banging my head against the wagon.
Just like back here.
Stupid virgin, you are no good. Just like your father says. And that'll be my turn.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Gertrude.
All right. Let's see. So this guy in front of me is still unconscious.
No, he's awake.
Oh, he's awake now?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, he's the one who did damage to you, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Good morning. Gertrude will, let's see. What do I got left? I'll reach out and place my hand on his cheek. Settle down. You're doing too much. And I'm gonna cast Chill Touch, and that'll be a 13 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That'll be a 3 damage.
Okay, it's chill touch. You said. I
Mhm.
couldn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of looks at you and he's like, "Oh, that touch is cold. It's cold." And his kind of half of his face goes numb. And like, I can't talk. Yeah, and that's the effect on him. Serafino, it's your turn.
Yeah, she is cold. Crossbow bolt across the wagon, around the party members. Just looking for a clear shot.
Okay.
And it's a nat 1.
So can you roll for damage?
Three.
So you go to hit this bandit, line it up, and Serafino feels really good about it, but from sticking his hand down his pants before, he kind of slips a little and fires a bolt in Gertrude's back for 3 damage.
Oh, Gertrude, you're so cool. I'm so sorry.
What the hell?
He's gonna spend his last bardic inspiration
What are you doing?
in recompense. I don't know. I'm just... sorry.
Azalita, do it.
Azalita's just gonna try to start pushing the cart again.
Since
It's like, gotta get on with it. Got job.
Just like, let's go. I just leaving.
So Azalita, knowing that the cart needs to be pushed by more than one person, proceeds to just put her hands on the cart and push anyway, knowing that no progress will be made.
17 for a strength check, though.
She looks
pretty good.
She looks damn good doing it, though.
Yeah,
Nice.
she does.
You can tell she's got the horsepower. You just need the right side of the wagon now. All right, so oh, now it's this bandit. So the bandit in front of Gertrude, he's kind of like, "You get my mouth," and does not hit. So we are back up to Vilden. Vilden, who's hitting his head on the back of the cart.
Did Remy go?
Oh my God, I'm sorry, Remy, 5, last in the list. Yes.
Quite all right. Remy would like to help Gertrude move the cart.
Okay, so this bandit's gonna take an opportunity attack as you pass him, since you're
That's
within
fine.
2 feet of him, and he doesn't hit. So
Awesome.
let me
He's
just
just like, we're
move
not
that
even
first.
worried
Okay,
about
so roll.
All right, dude. We literally killed all of your friends. Like I punched one to death. Like let's go.
And he's
Stop
like,
this. You're
oh,
being
oh.
stupid.
The bandit goes, oh, pardon me, and roll your athletics check.
All right. That is a 15.
All right, so the cart begins to move. You are now rolling. It's shaking again. It's
As
6
I'm,
p.m. 6 a.m. The cart is shaking. And Vilden had been hitting his head on the back of the cart. And he looks
yes,
and
I'm
it's
like just banging my head on the card, and as it moves out of the way, I like just fall on my face. I use half my movement to get up, and then just kind of like stomp behind the wagon. And yeah, I'll just kind of keep out of the way. Um, how does Gertrude look?
uh roll a insight check.
Nat 20.
Gertrude, how do you feel like generally, specifically right now, relationship with your family?
Uh, physically strong as an ox. Um,
How's your sex life?
uh, it's wild and varied. Relationship with the family,
And
you know,
and
some
how does your health look?
27 out of 30.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just let her finish it up. That's more.
Just you
Uh,
got it. It's cool.
Gertrude, it's your turn, so you gonna finish it up?
Yeah, Gertrude will. I'm just gonna point blank magic missile this poor man. I'm sorry, sweetie. I really gotta go. And that'll be. So I got 3 of these. 5, 8 damage.
All right, tell me how you kill this guy.
Um, Gertrude will reach out both hands and just grab his like put both hands on his cheeks, grab his face and just look into his eyes and be like, it's been great knowing you, and just from her hands will just magic missile his face.
Oh my god.
And so as the cart is going, this final bandit gets magic missiled so hard he goes through the barn next door. And the cart is moving and combat ends. So
Love.
it is now 7 a.m. You are a quarter mile from the water. So you can book it, or you can try and stealthily maneuver around and with 10 minutes to spare.
I think we kind of have to book it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll double time.
I will cast silence. I'm not going to cast it as a ritual. I'm just going to spend that second level slot to cast silence on the cart, and it's a 20-foot sphere around that cart. So
Vilden will climb up the back of the cart, sit on the back, and knowing that he's going into a silent bubble, and just think to himself and watch the back.
Nice. Okay. So the gang is proceeding down the streets of the Singing Dolphin, rapidly swinging the cart, taking a hard right on Diamond Street, and bolting towards the shore. They know there's a small dock. The Abeloth is telling them, oh, there's a small dock, and so they know there's a small dock. But there are, and we'll get there in 1 second. There are a few protections on this dock that the gang knows of. 1 minute. They're all kind of looking around at each other like, holy shit, that was a lot more fighting than we thought. And this voice from the ether says, yeah, that was that was a lot of combat. They don't really know who it is. It's just a person, just a voice in the distance, and they arrive at the coast.
We're almost there, Bilzyx.
The cart pulls up to a screeching halt, and the gang sees a gate guarding the way.
Can I do a perception check to see what kind of, if any guards are nearby, what kind of, mechanism is used to raise and lower the gate, stuff like
Can I
that?
help with that as well?
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So yes, you can see some, lightly armed. Hold on 1 sec. Some lightly armed archers up at the top of this gate. You can also see some archers sort of stationed off about 100 feet, actually 200 feet away in either direction.
Serafino says, "Don't worry, guys. I'll handle this one." He steps forward and kind of waves at the archers.
And they look down and they say, well, I mean, what do you want?
Serafino, casting suggestion, says, "Can you please open this gate? We need to pass into the port with our cart."
Is there any saving throw?
Yep, it is a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Okay. So the archer on the left says, what?
On one of them, but I'll cast it twice. I'll cast it twice.
Okay. So the first one says, "What are you, crazy? We wouldn't do that." And the other one says, "Oh, okay." And he starts turning the gear, and the first one's, "Wait, what are you doing?" And he's like, I don't know. I just raising the gate." And so the gate starts kind of going up and down. And
I can see the first. Can I see the first one yelling at the second one?
yeah, you can see this one yelling.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on him.
And what's that save?
It is a 14 Charisma save.
He saved. He's like, "What?" Sorry. What is going on here? Hey. And so these other two archers come over, and the gate is halfway open, and they're pointed at you, and this, heavily armed, manager comes up, and he's like, "Is there seem to be a problem here?"
Bilzyx, I think we have a problem.
Look, no problem. We're just going fishing. Just off to go fishing. That's what we're doing.
I'm gonna cast command on the closest archer and just say, "Flee,
And say what?
Flee.
flee."
Okay, hold on. Okay, and so the archer This one? Or wait, sorry. Where are you?
It's a Wisdom 13 save.
On just one?
Yep.
Okay. So he's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And he just starts running away. And they're like, what? Wait, what? What? And they're like, I just want to open the gate. And so he just keeps winding and opening the gate. And they're like, wait, no, you fool. And so it's just wide enough for you to fit the cart through.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We
Can
have a
you
lot
guys
of fishing gear.
so who's pushing the cart, by the way?
I will push the cart.
Azalita for sure.
We
Are
are all
these? I'm sorry. Is this? Are these? Is this harbor guarded by? Does this look like City Watch or like some sort of underground thing?
Yeah, roll a
Underground.
history check.
Because we probably shouldn't kill the city guard. 15.
15, you can tell that these are water deep guards.
Yeah.
So who's pushing the cart?
I will hop down and I'll help push. I'm not very strong, but
By the way, the more people pushing, the faster it will go.
Yeah, Azalita is definitely pushing.
Serafino is going to cast Sleep on the angry guard up top.
Okay?
What?
It works. It works. Let's just save the roll. Okay? So he's like,
Gertrude will
"Ugh."
assist the push.
Okay, so all four of these folks are pushing, and you're pushing and pushing, and this, this cart is flying through the entrance. This knight takes a swing at Serafino. Hold on a second. And let's just
shoot.
a 10 and an 11. Do either of those hit?
No, they do not.
So the knight is swinging, and Serafino's kind of just dodging around. One of the archers shoots at Azulita, also misses, and the other guy is still just rolling up the gate. This is pretty fun. And so this cart goes crashing through, and the gang, let me move this out of the way, and the gang finds themselves on the other end of the wall of the gate, and the gate is still open.
Does it look like the mechanism in which they were pulling up the gate is gravity? Like, is it a gravity, to come down, or are they holding it open?
Can you roll an investigation check?
18.
So you see that there is a. Hold on. Sec. I'll just move this light out of the way. You can see that there is a rope that is tied to a lever, and if you just hit that lever with anything really heavy, it'll break and the gate will close.
I will convey that to the group.
Can I fire off a sacred flame on that bad boy?
Give it a go.
Cool.
We really don't want anyone disturbing the fish, so we are going to close this.
Actually, can I cast spiritual weapon to attack that thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, anything really can attack it.
Awesome. So I cast spiritual weapon, which is a mace in the shape of a spade. The mace of spades. I've been waiting this entire session to fucking say that. And I would like to attack that rope thingy with my mace of spades.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Cool. So make a spell attack against a creature. Okay. So that is going to be 16 plus 3.
Okay.
Yes.
That
16 plus
that
3.
definitely hits the lever, and the gate comes slamming down, and the knights and the archers look through the gate, and they, look at you, and they say, "You fools! What have you done?"
I send over a mage hand and I flick off the knight.
And the knight sees that on the other side, and he's just stomping his mace. Deus Volt! And out here on the coast, the sun has risen behind you. You're on the western shores of Waterdeep, and your cart starts shaking and just blows open, and the aboleth comes flying out. He's now twice as large as he was before, and looks down to you all and says, "Bilzyx thanks you for your helpful escape. How can I possibly repay you?"
Take me with you.
Um, no payment necessary.
What?
Just go head on out if you don't mind me. And Remy's gonna like start to try and leave as soon as possible. Maybe not to the guards, but like I'm gonna try and find another route of egress.
How about the rest of the folks? Vilden says, "Take me with you."
Yes, I say, Bolsack, I feel like we are fated for each other. Please take me with you.
That can be arranged.
Hell yeah.
I'm more of a pearl guy. If you find any pearls down there, you leave them on the beach and tell me, I'll come get them.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, how
And
about this? Everybody give me your orders. I will write it down and I'll get it to you as soon as possible. Once me and my buddy Bolsack here find all the treasures there to find underneath. Where is he? Is he live under the water?
why don't you roll a nature check?
Under the sea.
11.
Yes, he does live under the water.
Bolsack, you don't have any scrolls of water breathing or anything like that? You said you had many treasures.
Well, I can do something else for you. And he takes one of your potion bottles on your arm, and kind of spits, like drools into it, and then places the cap back on and shakes it, and it turns a bright blue. And he just says, "You drink that and you'll feel all better."
He says what? Sorry.
He says, "Drink this and you'll feel all better."
He said, your wish is I will drink it.
So
No.
so you down the aboleth drool, and you
Yes.
find yourself like able to breathe the air, but you also, these gills sort of form on your neck, and you find yourself desperate to get in the water, and you see the dock behind you.
I wave, just wave at the party, and as I'm choking on air, and I kind of like just jump into like the shallow end and get my gills wet, and then I can talk to him, I guess.
Yeah. So Vilden hops in the water, very Ariel style.
Like when Harry Potter takes the gillyweed and pops up, out of the water and does like a backflip, and yeah, can I make a acrobatics check to see how graceful it is.
Oh, absolutely. Please do.
That would be a 20.
So Vilden has this poise like an athletic an Olympic diver, and just sinks under the water and does a triple axel up above the water, and then a somersault and belly flops into the ocean. But he means to. He means to.
Yes, my rat tail as I do the flip does kind of like the Fibonacci sequence with the water um, on the last turn.
And Bilzyx looks on and just nods.
Well, Wench, I think you can go back to work.
It's-
Well,
what was it? Asalina? Asalita?
Ask the leader.
Asalita.
Azalita and Gertrude are still standing in front of the aboleth.
Okay.
all right. I'm gonna go get a little bit of shut eye. At least a couple minutes before my next shift.
Azalita begins walking away with the rest of the crew.
Yeah, are we still doing brunch? Because we've got a ton of shit to clean up.
It's unlimited mimosas today. It's literally the worst
I hate brunch.
day.
Oh, and I definitely didn't get those rats.
And so with that, Bilzyx roams free with Vilden, and the remaining 4 adventurers walk along the walls. The knights watch on as the party leaves, but their focus is on the aboleth, and because of its immense size, it provides the distraction that they need to slip away. And with that, our one shot concludes. The gang survived.
Yay.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
Well
Good
done.
shit.
Well done. We all survived, which is pretty cool. That hunter,
I mean,
he likes dingoes.
yeah,
Super cool.
we didn't fight the aboleth, which probably good, right?
Yeah, we probably would have got.
First 5 minute TPK.
Yeah.
That's great. I was born in the watery depths, molded by it. I didn't see the surface until I was a fully grown calamari. Good nothing to me but life. Yeah, dude, the
Oh
minis are awesome.
dear.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, super
thanks.
cool.
Well,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm running the promos here at the end for people to just watch and look through and scan. If you want to be as cool as we are, buy things and buy them now. But don't
Yeah,
forget to credit us
I
when you
love
buy
that.
them.
That turtle is going to be fun as shit to paint. I mean, there's so much going on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's I guess I could break out the partially finished one. I just hate showing them partially finished.
No, you got to wait till the big reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like so much going on, you know?
Yeah. I guess that's like a druid, like a druid turtle, sort of.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it.
Or
Yeah.
like I guess it could be a multitude of different classes. Like
It's the medieval version of a Ninja Turtle.
It's like a Radagast.
yeah, like a Radagast turtle.
Yeah, I think that he's actually a druid and a warlock. I don't remember if it's a combo or something. He's got like a little squirrel on his shoulder, some birds growing on his back. The whole back has like mushrooms growing on it too.
Oh,
Actually,
that's
I I should show you Grigor, what Grigor's turned into.
This is my other character in the game we play.
Yeah.
nice.
Hold on a sec. Let me
Oh,
grab.
Skelsey, I never told you you're not allowed to play in other games.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah, man. Sing.
Well, now you have to choose.
We are exclusive.
Yeah, the Naturday Saints are very insolent.
So this is what Grigor has turned into. He is a yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he is a tiefling warlock slash wizard. Um, and let's see if it actually focuses. I might need to just readjust this.
He's got Mario mushrooms.
There we go. Maybe I need to back up.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
send you a photo if it doesn't show up, but yes, there are Mario mushrooms growing all over his back.
Nice.
Hmm.
Are there specific paints that you use, or is it just like like miniature paint or like acrylic or?
Yeah, there are actually a couple companies that specialize in this. One of them is called the Army Painter, which is the one I use. There's also Citadel Paints, which I've heard really good things about. I may try that out next, but you should most definitely, if you're interested in learning how to paint, there's this company called Reaper, and they make these miniatures that are like it comes with a little guide on how to paint. You start with a skeleton and then do an orc and then a knight. And by the time you're done with it, like it feels a lot less challenging. The
Mm.
I hadn't painted any of these until I don't know what it was, November or something. I'd never painted a miniature. Um, and I never thought I would. I don't consider myself a fine motor skill person. um, you could probably learn that by the number of things I drop, including miniatures. I drop them all the time. And this is an ad for Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue, fix your life and bind your hands to things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they
Uh,
look great.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
And
they
also,
do.
just Nick's brother has been reincarnated as a cleric here. So there's two
Oh yeah.
brothers.
Two brothers
Two
going
brothers.
going across the Sword Coast, saving people together, brothers.
Taco nights, fighting together.
So is free Bilzyx, was that a free Wilsiak reference?
It was.
So,
It was.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end the stream, but thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll see you next time.